Hi guys, welcome to day one of Save Our School Year Adventure Challenge. This week I'm going to provide you 5 adventures that will help you transform this school year into one that meets and exceeds your dreams of what this year can become. My name is Ann Armstrong and I am a mom and a teacher. I've been teaching for the last 24 years in the public school system here. I've been momming for 9 years, and I want to tell you that if you feel overwhelmed as a parent being home with your kid, join the club. Even though I've been teaching for the past 24 years, being home with your little person all day, every day, and being both parent and teacher is overwhelming. My son is 9 years old and I try to help him with math, and I have no idea what they are talking about. So please don't feel alone in your curiosity, in your challenge, in your frustration. My hope is that I am waging a war with screen time. I am waging a war with learning from home being boring. I feel like, we are in such a time of upheaval, politically. The pandemic is global upheaval. There's climate change upheaval and the wildfires out west. Racism, the post office, everything, so many things that we have leaned back on as assured are kind of crumbling around us, and everything seems to be up for debate and question. And one of those things is education. We have gotten a front row seat to seeing what our kids are or are not being taught. And I want to tell you that our teachers, I am one, or have been one until this year, are, they are chained to standardized testing. They are chained to a circle on a bubble. They teach the way they teach because they are trying their hardest to guide students into success on these standardized tests. Standardized tests are not a true measure of what your child can do. When they move through high school and into college and beyond, think about it. How much did standardized tests impact who you became and what you did with your life? I'm going to guess not too much. I did well on standardized tests, and that might be your experience, or you might not have. And I suspect that it has precious little to do with who you became. It might have had a little something to do with it, but I mean little. The experiences that you've had, the connections that you've made, the things that you've been able to create, the opportunities that you have had to explore, those are the things that make a person who they are. The challenges that they're willing to face, right? And we get the opportunity to author this year and this experience with our kids, with our families. And even though Betsy DeVos has said that standardized testing is going to be required this year, I'm going to present to you that the educators in this world know that this year is crazy, and they're not going to take those standardized test scores very seriously. Do with that what you will. But understand that bending over backwards for a grade or a test score has never been less important. Just laying it out there. Every other year will be more important than this one. And for that reason, we hold in our hand this precious gift of time, of opportunity, to turn the school year into something magic, something awesome. So I'm going to encourage you to decide, what are your dreams for this year? The way I'm going to invite you to do that is by creating a vision board. Your vision board is, I'll put instructions here in the email. Simple tools, you can make it on a piece of paper or a poster board. But the idea is to cut out pictures and words of your goals, your dreams, the adventures that you want to have, and put that picture someplace where you and your family can see it often. Because every time you look at it, it's an invitation to remember what it is that you guys decided was important for this year. You can certainly include standards, you can include grades, but I hope that what you'll also include is a love of learning, of curiosity. What do you want to explore? What do you want to know more about? What skills do you want to establish or build on? What instrument do you want to learn to play? What language do you want to learn to speak? All is on the table this year, and you guys get to decide what is important to you individually and as a family. Put it on that vision board, and then the next step will be to put that into words and other things. But for today, think about your vision board and start to build it. It is a work in progress. It took me 3 years to complete my last vision board. Now we're working on a new one. I hope that it will take you that long too. I never take anything off my vision board. If I have new ideas, I cover the old ideas with them, because old ideas are part of your evolution, right? Of your transformation, of who you're becoming. So I encourage you to create that vision board. And I'm also going to present to you an idea. Many parents are afraid that their child will be left behind this year. I'm going to tell you that we are all going through this experience together. Not all having the same experience, but all of us are having an experience. The whole world is going through this experience in one way or another. And nobody is behind. It's impossible. So, with that being said, you are released in a way to a little bit of freedom that you'll never have again. And you can take that and run with it in whatever way you wish. So today, figure out what dreams, what goals, what adventures you want to have. Put it on your vision board. I'm going to share with you also a little bit from the core standards, which are a document that shares about what students should be able to know and do in a public school. It says, standards define what all students are expected to know and be able to do, but not how a teacher should teach. while standards focus on what is most essential, they don't describe all that can or should be taught. No set of standards can fully reflect the variety in abilities, in needs, in learning rates, in achievement levels, but they do create signposts to college and career readiness. Students require attention to social, emotional, and physical development in addition to the academic needs that they have. They should be able to share key points, to ask for clarification when they don't understand something, ask questions to learn more, seek out resources to help them when they're curious, actively seek to understand other people's perspectives. I'm offering to you that there is nothing in those standards that I just read that you are not capable of offering to your student, your kid, your family. They're almost always going to be better at it, and it'll be more fun coming from you than it will coming out of a book, right? Learning something that you are genuinely curious about is always going to be better than learning something because somebody said you had to fill in a bubble, right? So I'm going to just leave you with that challenge for today. Build your vision board. And if you are willing, share it in our Save Our School Year Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group yet, there's a link in this email for you to link into Facebook. I realize that some of you are not getting on social media these days. You're fasting for self-preservation, and I get it. I have done some of that myself. But part of being in a challenge, part of the gift of being in a challenge is that you guys get to encourage each other. You get to ask each other questions. You get to inspire other people with your work. So I encourage you to post your vision board or your work in progress if you're willing, to comment on other people's ideas as well. There are prizes. So that's another incentive to get in that Facebook group and share. I'm going to be giving away one prize at the end of the week, and I'll tell you more about that prize as the week goes on. But for today, get started on your vision board. I hope to see them, and I cannot wait to get back with you tomorrow and see what questions you have, what progress you're making, what ideas you're considering for your vision board.